everybody, it's Jimmie Menezes. I'm here at Stockton Con with Sgt Slaughter, American Hero. How are you doing today, Sarge?
I'm doing great, Megan. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. What do you think of our convention here in Stockton?
Oh, it's wonderful. I haven't ever been to a Comic-Con here. I've done a lot of wrestling shows and baseball games and a couple of hockey games here, but I've never done a Comic-Con, and I'm completely surprised at the great turnout and the great wrestling and G.I. Joe fans that came by to say hello.
Well, you mentioned, I wanted to touch on that. When you meet fans here at these things, what do they remember you most for? They remember you for G.I. Joe, or they remember you for being a world champion?
Pretty much everything. Pretty much both. You know, I did Tugs of War with Bigfoot, and been on numerous shows. The Mario brothers, they all come over and talk about how I shrunk Mario into a little guy. And, you know, we've done Teen Titans Go, where I played Dr. Military, the voiceover. So it's a variety. We do a lot of different things, yeah.
When you look back on your career, what's the favorite thing you've done?
My favorite things, of course, is visiting the hospitals, children's hospitals and veterans hospitals. And when you see soldiers, men and women, trying to get out of their bed or getting out of the wheelchairs to give you a salute, that makes your heart feel pretty good. So that's some of my favorite things. Of course, all the charity work we do, but being a world champion, of course, is one of the top things that I've accomplished. I've been a 4-time world heavyweight champion and a world tag team heavyweight champion. So those are accomplishments they can't ever take away from me. It's just like the Hall of Fame.
Now, I know when you turned into a bad guy and were an Iraqi sympathizer, like your life was literally in danger, wasn't it?
Oh, it was, yeah. You know, I've worked as a villain many times before that. In fact, I was a villain when I declared war on the Iron Sheik from Iran, and it escalated. And G.I. Joe thought that was a pretty good character to bring in as their first living G.I. Joe. So they contacted me, and off I went to the wars with G.I. Joe. And on my way back, about 6 years later, Vince McMahon called and wanted to know if I would like to come back to work. I said, I'll come back. And he said, I want to sell out the LA Coliseum with you and Hulk Hogan. So I got to thinking, well, how is he going to make Hulk Hogan the villain? Because I'm the real American hero.
Right.
And so when I got to his house and talked to him about it, he said, oh, no, I want you to be the villain. Here's my idea of you being an Iraqi sympathizer. So he went through the whole scenario with me and gave me goosebumps. And I said, well, it could be a little rough, but if that's what you want to do, he said, well, why don't you go talk to your family about it? It could get a little rough. So I said, okay. And I told my wife. She thought I was out of my mind. And she said, don't tell me I didn't tell you so, but you're going to be in a lot of danger. You're the American hero, the real American hero. And I said, well, let's give it a shot. So she said, well, you've always made the decisions on your character. So off to the wars we went again as an Iraqi sympathizer. And a lot of people took it pretty serious. And we went as far as we could run with it until the war started and people were losing their lives, soldiers were losing their lives. So we said, that's it, I want my country back. And that was a little difficult to get my country back after being an Iraqi sympathizer, but I worked hard and I got it back. And then re-enlisted with G.I. Joe. So that's where we are today.
Right on. Now, I know you're going to be at Comic-Con in San Diego. You're going to be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What else do you have coming up?
Well, we have a lot of, we work just about every weekend. This week I'm off. I get to go watch my granddaughters dance.
Oh, right on. What do they do?
They're dancers. They're pretty much like jazz dancing and no ballet, but all the other modern dancing. And they actually danced together one time, a solo together. I miss that, so I'm looking forward to seeing them dance together. And my oldest granddaughter's going off to college, so this will be her last go-around as a dancer. She might take it up in college, but I'd be looking forward to that. But yeah, we have lots of events coming up, and just check our schedule and come by if you can be there. Especially San Diego, because we haven't been there in a long time. And of course, we have the Cobra Clutch Challenge.
Oh yeah, you were telling us about that in the thing.
Yeah.
Basically,
anybody that can get in a Cobra Clutch, they get a Sgt Slaughter Challenge coin, which makes them a proud member of the Cobra Clutch Club.
and you're a proud member of the WWE Hall of Fame, right?
I am.
And what is this ring? Do you have 2 rings?
And I also have the G.I. Joe Hall of Fame. Got both rings. I've had 4 Hall of Fames, but I only have so many things.
4 Hall of Fames. What other 2 Hall of Fames are you in?
I have one in New York and one in Las Vegas.
Are you from New York?
I'm from Minnesota originally. Yeah.
Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm a Viking.
You don't have a Minnesota Viking, or you don't have a Minnesota accent at all.
I don't. Everybody
No.
says I do.
No, I've never I'm from
Yeah?
Oh, now that you say
Now I got it. Now I got it.
Oh, don't you know?
Oh, don't you know?
Well, thank you for spending a few moments with
thank
us today,
you very
Sgt.
much.
Slaughter. I appreciate it a lot.
Hope everybody can be out there in San Diego, because it's been a while since we've been there, and I can't wait to put everybody in a Cobra Clutch and meet all my G.I. Joe wrestling fans.
I know. Thank you for spending some time with us, and let you get back to your table here. Thank you
you.
for taking some time with us,
If
Sgt.
there's no further questions, you're dismissed.
Thank you.
Yo, Joe.